knees, release your hands to your knees, and we're going to focus on our belly pulling in, breathing deeply. Hands on the belly. On an exhale, draw your navel to your spine. And on an inhale, just allow the belly to expand so you can feel the difference of how to keep the belly in nice and firm. This 4 on the floor exercises today will all involve keeping the belly firm. Lower belly in, pelvic floor raised up, and the ribs pulling down into the shoulders as well, pulling down. So let's get that feeling nice and firm. Starting now, as we take some more deep breaths, breathing more into the diaphragm now with the stomach and pelvic floor pulled up and in tight. So we kind of feel as if we're breathing like an accordion or like a balloon. We expand outward and keep everything pulling tightly in as if you're tightening a belt around your middle. Feel that accordion kind of open and expand on your inhale and closing tightly and narrowing the waistline. There's the expansion. And as you exhale, draw everything in tightly, tightly together. Now let's try it and apply it. 4 on the floor, hands underneath the shoulders, shoulders back, knees under the hips, belly nice and tight, wrapping the rib cage into the waistline. Stable tables. Inhale, take the left leg back and the right arm forward, straight out. And as you exhale, without changing the back spine or any of the table itself, we draw everything back in on an exhale. Inhale, expansion, open the lungs. Exhale, tighten your accordion and bring the ribs together and close. Inhale. Exhale, back to the earth, anchor. Inhale, stability side is what's pushing in. Push down on the foot and the hand. And now you're back on all fours. Push down firmly into the earth. Neck is nice and long as if you're resting something on the back of your neck and the back of your hips. Can do one more of these, just establishing our foundation, our 4 on the floor, and then sit back and stretch the arms forward into an extended child's pose for a breath. This next exercise, we're going to move up to bring your right knee forward and your left knee and your left foot behind you. Finding your center between the hips, reach the arms out as you establish a connection between your belly and your sit bones. It's going to be a twist, working with the floor. Inhale the left arm up and exhale, twist over your right knee. Try to not put your hands down. That's the test here. Inhale to lift back and exhale center. So we take 2 full breaths for this exercise. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring your navel firmly in. Inhale to lift up, feel the diaphragm expand, and exhale, tighten the waistline. Keep the space between the legs and the hips and the pelvis. And one more time, feeling the kidneys turn and twist, and finding center. Good job. Let's lean back now to stretch the front of the quadricep. Kind of draw your tailbone under. Keep that front left knee pulled down, stretching out the thigh. Extend now the right leg forward, and we're going to open it and swing it like a bell. Inhale, open it, and exhale, swing it back to center and across. Keeping the belly and pelvic floor firm, continuing throughout this practice today. Just swinging it open and close, bringing in some synovial fluid into the joint. Good. Now let's open it, a little jazz split, and folding down over that front leg. That right leg can kind of hug into the earth and keep the belly in. And if you can't go all the way down, just feel where you're at today, today's practice, and love your gifts and limitations. Next side. Changing, squaring the hips, narrowing the waist, pulling it in, same rolls apply. Inhale, stretch the right arm up and you're tall. Twist over that leg as you exhale. Inhale, feel your back rise. And center. Breathing out. Breathe in, lifting, expansion. Exhale, contraction. Squeeze your sit bones together, lift, and exhale, contract, establish center. Inhale, arm comes up and over, turn. It's almost like you're twisting your navel in as if you're kind of twisting a wet towel out of all the water. So as you make this turn, you can feel your stomach twist tightly and then grow up and bring the hands back. Let's stretch out. You don't have to come down onto your elbows. You can stay up. You can stay up on your hands. You can drop your head back like you see me doing right now. Go with what feels right. Be your own teacher. Be your own guide. Now, let's ring the bell. Open and cross the leg, keeping the hips grounded like an anchor. Softness in the heart, eyes, and throat. And just admire your toes as they sweep you open. Inhale, exhale, come center and sit and fold down over that leg for a nice deep stretch. Take a deep breath. And just open the back of the leg and the hip. And now we're going to lay down on our back now. A little bit of imprinting, spinal imprint, and back bridging. So bring the feet under the knees, arms down, head down, pressing through the whole back side of the body. You can feel the earth support you. A little bit of an opening in the back, neutral pelvis as you inhale, and as you exhale, imprint the spine, bring the spine down into the earth. Ribs come down as you exhale. Good. Let's repeat that. Inhale. Let the belly rise. Exhale, firm and imprint. Inhale to neutral. Relax up. Exhale, press into the earth. And let's do that again. Anchoring. Now, lift all the way up into a bridge. Balancing on the back of the shoulders with ribs down. Take the arms back with a deep breath. And then exhale all the way down. Breathe up and into the upper back as you exhale, round all the way up just onto the shoulders. Inhale, reach your arms back, stretch your spine. Leave your arms there and exhale, get the ribs down, then the belly, then the hips, and now come back to neutral. Arms come down, inhale. Exhale, drop into imprint and lift up to bridge. Knees going forward, arms go back, inhale. Exhale, shoulders, ribs, belly, narrows into the hips. Come back to neutral and inhale, starting again. Exhale, push through the feet, knees long, ride up onto the shoulders. Breathe in, stretch back with the arms. Exhale, coming down. Inhale. The arms back down. And last time, exhale, rise up. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, roll down like a caterpillar. And now hug your knees. And shoulders come down, come in to a nice tight ball. Just move around a little bit, letting everything come back now to the earth. Lay back down onto your back for the hip flop. Going to passively drop your legs. Let them just fall, easy. And then on an exhale, firm the belly, drag the legs from pulling the belly tight and coming back to center. Passively inhale, drop the legs. Exhale, pull the navel towards the ribs, pull the pelvis down towards the earth, and the legs come along for the ride. So inhale, drop. Now make sure you're not just dragging your legs with your legs, but you're actually dragging your legs from your core strength. All the part of the floor we've been firming, which is the lower belly, dragging the hips back and keeping the ribs down and in. So it's kind kind of passive, and then you get a little bit of aggressiveness coming in. Not that you want to be passive aggressive, but in this exercise you can feel where the action lies. That part's easy. Now, dragging back from the pelvis and the belly is not always as easy. As you see, I'm smiling. Now we're going to bring it back up and continue this, but now we're going to drop our knees. Inhale, drop your knees, and then exhale, firming from the belly, back to center. You can look away from your knees if you like to as you inhale, and exhale. Make sure you're not doing this with your back. It's all belly work, you guys. 4 on the floor. That's what establishes our foundation. Our foundation comes from the core. If you're confused about breathing, just keep breathing, but remember to always take a deep breath for every part of this exercise. In general, we want to inhale while we expand, and exhale, contract when we're doing the effort of the exercise. Again, inhale, expand, feel the diaphragm open, and now put the security belt in. Good. Now, if you want to make this a little more challenging, you can take the arms up into the air and firm the shoulders into the ground. You'll notice right away that this is not as easy. Definite challenge. So you gotta really stay focused and concentrate on the stomach. Okay, and this might be something you want to work up to. So for now, if you want to leave your arms down and repeat the knee drop, go ahead and do that. If you're a little more advanced and you keep watching these videos over and over, you can use this as a way to kind of gear up to this place. Draw your knees now into your chest. Place the feet down, and we're moving right into single leg circles. The whole body stays stable as one leg circles. 4 circles, turning the leg out. Inhale and exhale for 1 circle. Gluing your hips into the earth, gluing your head down, shoulders down, pushing even through the standing foot. Reverse the direction. And you can just keep quiet in the body while the leg does the movement. Now try the same thing with the leg straight on the ground, still circling the same way without movement disturbing the body, only the body controlling the leg. If you're a little more advanced, you want to take your arms into the air. If you want to slow down and try a smaller circle, you can. Now drop the leg, feel what the exercise has given you in the hips. Notice how the leg feels like it's open and more turned out. Let's go right into the other side. So anchor and ground, glue your body into the earth. Left leg comes up. Hips press down, turn the leg slightly out. You can bend the knee if you need to, if you feel a little tight. And circling. Breath in and breath out. Breath in and breath out. Circular breath, and be ready to reverse. This will get easier. This exercise is not that simple, even though it looks simple. It's actually quite complicated. You have to think of a lot of stuff. So drop the leg if you feel like it. Otherwise, you can keep your foot on the floor as an anchor. And try it. Now go in the opposite direction. And if you like to extend the arms up into the air, you can take them up while pressing the shoulder blades down, keeping the elbows down if you need to. Be your own teacher and guru as you feel into what your body needs today in this exercise. Now let's come up onto the elbows and drop the lower back deep, deep down for some heel presses. This is good to establish the abdominal walls of the front of the hips. We want to make sure that we stay firm, lifting one heel up and lowering it down. Exhale, lift the heel. Inhale, press it down. So actually pressing down, what we don't want to do is kind of go sideways with our hips or tweak this out. So we want to keep it firm. So we establish stability and not extra mobility. Now let's go ahead and lay down and try this exercise. Without moving the hips, lift one heel up, exhale. Inhale the heel down. Exhale, change, alternating sides. Inhale, relax in the center, and exhale to lift. Inhale, relax center. Exhale to lift. And let's come all the way up and sit up into hands and knees again. We're going to come into a little side plank, knees down. We're going to be on one hand, little side plank. We're going to be diving underneath our own shoulder. So this is good for zipping up, squeezing that navel center as we twist. We're going to inhale, expansion. Exhale, twist, draw the navel to the spine, look under and keep firm through the hand. Zip up the inner thighs. Exhale, reach under, inhale, lifting up. So this really feels like you are twisting and carving your waistline. Remember, you don't have to let gravity get the best of you, so push gravity away. And now let's just stretch out. Bring the knee under your shoulder. Excuse me, knee under the hip. Hand under the shoulder. Take a nice stretch out. And then let's sit down for a little hip stretch. A little bow and arrow. Reach either to the ankle or to the toe. And expand that side that we just twisted. Looking up under the shoulder, into the umbrella of your arm. For a deep breath. As you exhale, just do a gentle twist out the opposite direction from that last diving exercise. Let's come back to the center. Stretch the back body, stretch the hip. Lean forward before we get ready for the second side. Notice how you're feeling. If it's hard for you to balance on a wrist, you can come onto the fist. You can even come down into the elbow. You know your body, so practice with intelligence and guide yourself as you inhale, expanding, exhale, dive under, squeeze, twist, lift out of the back, the kidneys and the diaphragm, and then rotate the lungs and the kidneys and pull the navel in firm. So always pulling up. Check your pelvic floor. Lift your pelvic floor, perineum in. Navel stays tight, belly firm. Breathing in the balloon of the diaphragm. Taking the air up, expanding. Taking the air out and squeezing deep. Good. Bring the knee under your hip. Reach out for a nice expanded stretch and a breath. Keep the ears and the shoulders away from each other, lots of length. And then as you sit down onto both hips, stretch the leg out, reach as far towards that front right leg as you can, either to the toes or the ankle. And as you inhale, sweep the arm up. Look down if you want to ground your energy. Look up if you can to lift and elevate. And stay here for another deep breath. Inhale, rise, and take a gentle twist the opposite direction. And then as you come back to the center, we're going to just have another little stretch forward for the opposite side of the back, hips, and allow your neck just to drop and fall. Rising up with an inhale from here. exhale, hug the knees. Come up for a little teaser, full teaser. If this is difficult for you, bend your knees. Zip up the legs. Zip up, hold your balance. We're gonna drop one leg, inhale, and exhale like a rope pulls it up magically. Back to the other side, alternate. Inhale, drop the leg, inhale, and exhale, lift. You can bend the knees and do this the exact same way, so let's try this one more time. Lower the leg as you inhale. Exhale, lift it up from your core strength. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. And now just hug your knees. Nice little reward there. And now moving on to our hands and knees, back to 4 on the floor table. You already know this. Let's do a little cat-cow, simply just to stretch the spine. Inhale, open, and exhale, push into a mad cat. Inhale, let the belly stretch, look forward, let the heart melt. Mad cat, rounding. Nice. Now slide the left leg out. You're gonna look at your foot. This is a little slip and slide. You're gonna watch your foot, draw a little arc. This helps to establish hip and belly connection. So we're using our abductors and our adductors. Bring the knee in, exhale, and inhale, lift up to a cattail. Exhale, pull the knee in firmly. Inhale, lift up, cattail. Let's do that one more time. Mad cat, knee comes in, and then lift, cattail comes open. And let's prepare for the other side. Take a moment, sit back, and now extend. We're gonna do the little slide of the leg. So we adduct by bringing the leg across, look at your toes, abduct it away, and just swing the leg like a little bell. Keeping the neck long, keeping the shoulders square, and just follow this. I love doing this one because I can always feel the difference between the two sides. Now let's inhale, lift to cattail, exhale, pulling tightly in. Do that 3 times. Inhale, expansion. Exhale, contraction. Belly always firming. Pulling it in. Let's sit back into child's pose. Just for a deep breath in and out as you stretch your shoulder blades and bring your hips down to your heels. And then inhale, look forward, rise back up onto the hands and knees. And we're going to now expand what we've been doing and walk out into a plank. Staying firm. Drop the knees down, inhale, and exhale, step back into plank. Strong through the back body. Do that again, inhale, knees down. Exhale, put the weight on your feet. Stand back onto your feet. Bring those knees back down and breathe in. Stand back onto those feet. Breathe out. Firm. Breathe in. Come down and rest again. Back in. Let the shoulders rest. Feeling that. Let's bring the hands to the back and just pat your kidneys a little bit. Giving them a little love and length. Rest the arms down. Before you roll the shoulders and extend the arms forward. And inhale, look up. And exhale, step up into downward facing dog. Let's make a little mountain upside down V. Take a couple of breaths here as you pull your ribs in and your belly in. And let's do a little stretch and flow. 4 on the floor. Inhale, lift the left leg up into a cattail. Exhale, step through between your hands, come into a low lunge. Drop the knee. Roll the chest forward. And then kick back and stretch over your front leg, hamstring stretch. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, step back onto that foot. Extend forward, lifting into the back knee. And step back now into plank position. Establishing your foundation, and come back to downward facing dog for second side. Lifting the right leg up as you inhale, bring it up into a little cattail. Keep breathing, opening the hip. Inhale, and as you exhale, use your belly strong, step forward, low lunge, knee down. Inhale, shoulders and chest roll up. Exhale, shift your weight back, extend over the front leg, stretch out. Take another breath here. Soft neck and shoulders. And step back onto that foot, breathe in, look forward. Step back into that low lunge and prepare to step back again into plank. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Feeling that nice body opening, body centering. And now walking our hands and feet together, 4 on the floor, we come together. Grab the elbows and hang forward. Soften the knees. Establish a firm connection here. Forward bend. Sway a little bit and then extend up and squat down. Forward bend, extend up. I'm just turning so you can see what I'm doing. Inhaling and exhaling. Now open the feet nice and wide, come to a wide squat. Malasana as it's known in yoga. Bringing the elbows on the inside of the knees, bring the hands to the chest to give a nice chance to open the hips. Sink the hips down, keep drawing the hips to the earth, open the knees, tailbone down. Have a few breaths here just to feel your heart in balance. Feel pretty grounded after we've done all this 4 on the floor work. Let's come back to the floor, back how we sat at the very beginning where we had our deep belly loving breaths. Probably notice the change and a shift in your whole spine. Grounding into the center, into the belly. Let's breathe from the belly up to the chest. Expansion. And exhale. Softening and letting go. A few more breaths here. Just observing what the practice has brought you today. And thank you for being here. Namaste, hands to the heart and bow. Stay strong, stay tall,